Remember, they're just jokes. We're all gonna die soon, and there's no sequel.
All right, so we have Ricky Gervais at the center of controversy today. Now, Ricky Gervais, I really like him as a comedian. I think the shows that he's put out, that he's a part of, are very, very funny, very humorous. Even some of the movies that I've seen him in, I think he's a very funny guy. He definitely has his own brand of comedy, very sarcastic, but very, you know what, to the point, on the nose, especially when it comes to his stand-up. He is brutally honest, and I think that's what worldwide we're missing, because he is from the UK. But I think when it comes over and it travels to the West, you know, or a little further west, I should say, in America, sometimes the truth bombs, people just don't want to accept them. And once again, at the end of the day, he is a comedian. So he stirs up controversy anytime he hosts award shows. People really like him, though, for some reason. I mean, I'm in that camp of, once again, being brutally honest. I think it adds a good insight to kind of step back a little bit and reflect on some of these words that they are jokes at the end of the day, but there is a little bit of truth in these jokes. So today we're going to be talking about some controversial billboards that he is actually paying for that they ripped down. So Ricky Gervais reveals TFL rejection of stab vest ad after UK train stabbing. Comedian Ricky Gervais disclosed on October 31st, Halloween 2025, that Transport for London rejected his satirical billboard ad featuring a tourist in a Union Jack stab vest to spotlight knife crime. Now, if you guys don't know, they banned guns in the UK, but guess what? Stabbings are up sky high. Well, why not, right? I mean, if people are going to hurt people or want to hate people, they're going to find a means to hurt them, to physically hurt them. They're going to assault them. I mean, people are throwing acid on people's face. They're going to find ways to do it. If we have hateful people in this world, hate is never going to stop. We all got to kind of learn some compassion. And I mean, I'm not even talking about the people that are not mentally well. Those people need some whole psychiatric evaluation. But I'm talking about those that just hate to hate and that they can control it. Hopefully we find a way, guys, for peace on earth in our lifetime. But I don't find that to be the case anytime soon. The revelation divided social media users, with some praising it for raising safety issues and others demeaning its insensitivity. The following day, November 1st, a mass stabbing on a train from Doncaster to London, and I don't mean to laugh, it's just brutally ironic that this happened. And I'll read to you what it says down here on the advertisement. Once again, the following day, November 1st, a mass stabbing on a train from Doncaster to London injured 10 people, including 9 in life-threatening condition, intensifying public discourse on urban violence despite recent declines in knife crime statistics. Okay, so stats are saying that knife crimes are down, but ironically, he puts up this billboard and it happens the day after a stabbing, a multiple stabbing. So let's get into the billboard at question. So here it is with 14 million views, 190,000 likes. Welcome to London. Don't forget your stab vest. And it's for a vodka. So kind of interesting here. It's one of those things where it's like out of place, but the message is just ironically funny. And once again, insightful, because these are based on the attacks that happen all the time. I mean, I'm in America viewing this, so I don't live in London. You guys let me know if you guys live in the UK, if you guys find this ironic or find this horrifically just too much. You guys let me know your thoughts. But are stabbings up? I mean, what do you guys hear? What are you guys really being, you know, as people that live there, what are you guys believing? Do you guys believe legacy media? What is going on here? Because we know that stats can be skewed sometimes. I want to know you guys' thoughts. And here's another post of an advertisement that he put up. Enjoy life, you'll be dead soon. Now this one I like. This one's kind of just like across the board, just generally speaking. I mean, yeah, you're going to die soon, so enjoy life. I don't think there's anything wrong with this one in particular. I don't even think it should rub people the wrong way. That's just my thoughts. Once again, Dutch Barn vodka. I mean, is this his own vodka, or because someone has to approve these, right, for them to go up? So we're going to get into a little more. And another one for Dutch Barn reading, drugs this good are usually illegal. I think this is really funny shit, if I'm being completely honest, guys, because people always talk about different drugs, even comparing, throwing marijuana into the drug category, which I don't think, because I think it has more benefits than it does harm. Because if you think about it in the totality of things, how much death is caused from alcohol every single effing year, right?
You were doing a little swerving back there.
Yeah, well, you know, me and the boys were just,
Whoa, you're off the meter, Brian.
And drugs this good usually are illegal. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, because of all the death that is attributed to alcoholism or alcohol, whether it's, you know, just people acting violent when they're drunk, people getting behind the wheel of a car and they're drunk and then they kill somebody or kill themselves or just whatever. There's a lot of death that is attached to drinking. And a lot of people were like, well, this is legal though. So it's one of those weird things, and I understand it goes a little deeper than that. There's a lot of money behind it too. So you guys let me know your thoughts. Now, after the London government forcibly took down his billboards that he paid for, this is what Ricky took to social media and said.
Right. I am fucking sick and tired of the powers that be banning my fucking billboards and adverts for Dutch Barn. Sometimes there's just nothing wrong with them, right? One that was meant for the tube station just had me having a drink and it just said, one day you'll be underground for good. That was it. They went, no, can't have that, because it might make people think, oh, because life's short, we should drink to excess. Who's fucking thinking that? Oh my God. Cowardly fucking cunts. Do you think it's my attitude? Oh, but you can't win because, right, you're not allowed to say alcohol's good for you or it does this or it makes you feel confident or it makes you feel attractive, which is fine. I went the other way. There was one advert I was reading from my laptop from government websites just saying about all the dangers of alcohol. They went, no, we don't like that. Do you know why? Because they don't like the truth either, because that puts off other advertisers, you know? Fuck me. Honestly. So this is what we're going to do. Fuck them, okay? I'm going to sell directly to you. Go to the website, right? Sign up for our mailing list as well, and you can win a year's supply of Dutch Barn. Also, we save donkeys. So, save donkeys, fuck censors, Dutch Barn.
Now, obviously, you can tell, guys, he looks defeated. And, you know, it's unfortunate because as you get older, you just get really tired of shit. I'm being honest. I just hit 40 this year, and I'm tired of so much shit. But he is speaking his truth, and I think he has been for such a long time, or at least putting out the message that he truly believes in, despite the censors, despite people trying to shut him down left and right, whether it's his brand of comedy in front of the screen or, you know, offline personality. This is, I mean, still on screen. It's on a camera, you know, with his phone and whatnot, but he's still that guy. And obviously, when you're on social media, you can act a little more, you know, 100% of kind of who you are, as opposed to being on a late night show or being on a TV syndicated show. You got to kind of dial it back, and you got to deal with producers and directors and writers and all these other people, right? But now he's trying to sell a brand that I think is either his or he's a huge stake owner in, this vodka brand. And that's great. I know a lot of celebrities, and I know a lot of just artists in general that are getting into the liquor game, and that's fine. Once again, it comes down to moderation when you're dealing with things like this, because alcohol can be a drug if it's abused, obviously. I mean, it can lead to domestic violence, once again, you know, death behind, you know, the wheel of a car. All these type of things can be attributed to drinking, but once again, in moderation. If you have a problem, you shouldn't drink, right? But who's to say? It's that person that is going to take that drink that's the determining factor of if this product should even be on the shelf or not. Every person is not the same, but I think his message still remains, you know, to get people to think about messaging differently or these slogans differently. And I don't think he took it to a grim place like everybody does. Obviously, the UK is in a huge controversy of, I think, dismantling of free speech right now with locking people up for tweets or Facebook posts. I think it's absolutely absurd. And we're seeing it over here. I don't think enough people are talking about it, really, because it's happening over the pond or whatever you want to call it. But I think that that's terrible to get locked up for a tweet or whatever. Once again, if these are people that you don't like, you can block them. People do that left and right every single effing day. If you don't like a mean comment, then you block that person or you just ignore it. You learn to ignore it, right? Turn off the comments, guys, if you can't deal with it. I think these are people that are very, very sensitive to nature like this or language or whatever. We got to grow some thick skin if you're going to be online. You're dealing with people that are behind a screen, so they remain somewhat anonymous. I mean, people get doxxed and found out every single freaking day. But going back to this, because I'm going off on a tangent, I think that that's wrong of them to pull down his billboards. Obviously, we're dealing with some gray area because I think these are public spaces and they're probably owned by higher ups, so he has to play by their rules. I don't know the 100 ins and outs of protected billboards or speech when it comes to, especially UK. Going back to the UK, I feel like they're a little more frugal here in the US because we have billboards literally of anything. You drive through any city in America, you'll see some wild billboards that you're like, how did this even get put up there? And all you have to do is pay for ad space or whatever it's called. You guys let me know your thoughts. I'm with Ricky on this one. I think I'm a little upset for him, just like he is. But, you know, you got to play ball, unfortunately, when you're dealing with these big wigs, right? So let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit that big thumbs up. Consider subscribing today for more.